so much, Nomad, and yes, indeed, we are here as Snake King is going to maybe die, or is all of Beast Coast going to die? It was looking so good, and then as soon as we entered into the game, it actually started to look bad. El Misho trying to stay alive there right at the end, and actually about enough time that Moose killed Snake King.
Oh.
Wow, so first blood going the way of Beast Coast. What a great interview there, hearing it from Aoi. They didn't talk about the Kunkka trend.
No, they did not. Yeah, that's it's early, right?
Okay.
Early in the morning. We saw some of those faces look a little sleepy there. Maybe some faces that need to be washed here, and apparently some drafts need to be discussed. I love the honesty there from Aoi.
Oh yeah,
he's giving Nomad all the good deeds, and yeah, it is a nice looking Kunkka game. So it should be a good one. We talked a lot about the this whole setup, right? Like clearly coming into this, yeah, you're the underdogs as Beast Coast. So they come to this plan. Like, how are we gonna deal with this Wind Ranger? So they just go right into the Centaur, trying to like limit the options there from Falcons. But Crit says, just give it to me. I'll play support.
And you know what? It's something that I want to talk about a little bit, because there was a little bit of chat we saw on Crit's Twitter the other day. He's like, I just want everybody to know I didn't choose them. Considering the last couple of performances at both TI and the Road to TI, and some of his fates that were handed out there in that one. But it is interesting that you think about why they ended up making this swap. They took the Wind Ranger into the Centaur, but then we're like, you know what? We're going to give it to Crit because he feels like it's good in this lane, and obviously the focus fire against the Dusa later on, if he can build into a Diffusal Blade, that seems awesome. But it does mean that it's, you know, Falcons kind of changing their draft a little bit. They're the ones that are making the adjustment to what Beast Coast is putting forward. We'll see if it works out for them.
Yeah, sometimes we have these discussions and ideas of like, oh, play your own game, you know, don't twist your draft too much to counter the other team. But if you're so good, you know, you want to be able to make these big shifts to say, like, not only are we so good, we're going to play these heroes that are just like straight up better versus these matchups. So that's the idea. See if it pans out for them. They did wind up with the old Troll Warlord. You know, we talked about the carry pool expanding quite a bit lately. Many ranged heroes, technically ranged, right? He's half and half.
Well, technically, he's taken a lot of damage. Also, figuratively, what's the opposite of technically? Is it figuratively?
Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay, well, technically and figuratively, Skitter has to run away. It's a bit of a rough one up there, man. They are really putting in the paint.
Get a couple of annoying duos, I suppose, on the off lane, right? More so this one than the Wind Ranger. The Wind Ranger just kind of pokes and you can't really shut her down, but
literally, that's what I was thinking of. Sorry.
No, that would be.
It's fine.
No, that'd be the opposite of figuratively. That's not the opposite of technically. Just to be clear.
Keep him back. Malrine had to make the jump through as the wave is underneath Lumpy's tower there. Does already have his bottle built up. And of course, one of these young guns coming in. You know, everybody talking about the big teams hiding the strats. Maybe it was Beast Coast all along. They're hiding their power level. Like, you know what? We're going to lose all of our games, and then we're going to come in and win 3 lanes against Falcons. Look at the CS here on board. They're having a great start.
Pretty good. You are not wrong. It's nice to see Kunkka in the mid lane, too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a lot of these off-lane Kunkkas with their auras and everything. We got ourselves back to the high tide.
Give us a Radiance. Actually, no, that's probably pretty bad. But he might end up doing some damage here to Malrine, making him hurt for it. And even a little bit of play around there with the Tidebringer to get him into some phase shifts. Still a tough lane for Malrine so far.
Yeah, you know he's going to be eyeing up those rotations. Lumpy just pump faking a little bit with the Torrent to see if he can catch him.
Get CS with Torrents as he steps away. A whole level ahead right now. Now, it's not easy to make your combo work on the puck as Kunkka. There's phase shift, there's the orbs to jaunt away, and of course X is the lower duration now, so you can't even try and do some sort of pump fake plays to make it work. But maybe with some rotation, if you bring in like something like the Marcy or the Batrider, they could make some type of a play there. But honestly, just winning the lane is pretty nice too, because there's no pressure on these other lanes. They're having a good time.
Yeah,
as I say that.
Yeah, Pake, remember, that's a low HP pool once that mana's gone.
Jumps off to the side, gonna pull Crit back further. Now Crit, he's a little bit out of position. The Gorgon's grasp. Now here's the thing.
New Dusa.
Crit said that he liked the lane against Dusa. Was it this new Dusa?
The Gorgon's grasp. Nobody expects it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking this idea about like winning these lanes and stuff and just like trying to pressure the puck and shut them down. But if you're just stable and you have this lead, like you have the Medusa, so yeah, you are just kind of chilling. There's certainly pressure here on Falcons to be the ones who are making the rotations. They don't really want to be chilling. There's nothing worse than playing a puck game where it feels like no one else in your team wants to fight. That's just depressing. That being said, as long as you have the right mindset of just like farm like crazy, it can still work on the hero, but it's not going to be as effective as some of those other scaling mids. Puck wants to fight as much as he can, especially when like you want people like diving the tower to rotate too.
Speaking of diving the tower, there might be a little bit of a move coming in, although the TP rotations with Bat Rider heading over that direction. They missed the rebound. Elmisho, not a ton of mana online. So with the Gorgon's Grasp, will that be enough to take down Amar? It is looking like the answer is yes. 3-1. Everything right now going Beast Coast way.
Painful there for Amar. There's more well-known heroes here on the Doom, losing one early.
It's true. And I mean, I think that's an interesting little dynamic here too, is Rain does have a shield rune, so that's going to keep him a little bit more tanky than he would otherwise. Trying to pull this guy all over the place. Elmisho still on the hunt. No more mana for the flame break, but you get another stack here.
I mean, I don't think this results in anything other than just being a nuisance.
I mean, it's very annoying. It is really annoying right there.
I mean, it's funny because there's like zero.
Gives him the smile.
There's no way he dies. It's like impossible. Yeah. And yet he just still keeps chasing and forcing Malrine to just have to go back and be like, this is so awkward.
That's pretty good.
And he snuck that ward down too.
And that time means that they can make the move over here for Skitter. Do they have enough damage to find a kill though? The Torrent follow-up connection is there, not quite level 6. And well, with another round of Double Edge, another stomp in a moment, does he manage to get out of here? I mean, Troll was living a long time. Well played by Skitter to get himself out of that. That was close.
Oh, that pressure on Malrine, though, meant that he couldn't rotate. That's the dream for a puck, right? Like, that is where a puck should be, TPing the tower and coiling 2 heroes. But he was so low on HP and mana, they couldn't actually make the play. Instead, he's running up here.
Dude, what is happening? This is a crazy day. They're going on in, now trying to find Snake King. Crit with the rotation, Lumpy low, tries to find the finish. They get down one, but now Malrine, after all of that, has made his move over. Vitali in trouble, silenced, has another stomp, but a double kill.
Oh, Crit's not done.
A little bit of retribution coming back the other way as they find moves will bring him down too. Good play from Falcon.
A little bit too far there. Bit too close to the sun from Beast Coast, losing 3, ties this up at 4-4. Oh, that lead falling to the wayside now as Elmisho's going to take the time to push in the mid, knowing that he can't be caught by Malrine at the moment. Man, and that was like a late puck coming to that fight too, right? Like he didn't even get the orb damage to start. He was just able to limp his way in there to throw out the coil, but that's all he needed.
Well, but I think also to be clear where the current state of the game is, I feel like that was needed from Falcons to kind of pull back this tide that was building into the favor of Beast Coast. And I'm not sure where exactly we sit at this point, but you look at these cores, they're all getting farmed on Beast Coast.
Gabe, I have such good news for you, buddy.
What's that?
So what were we discussing during the draft when we saw that Wind Ranger come out?
Well, the Focus Fire, we were talking about that a little bit, and Diffusal Blade.
He's rushing Diffusal.
Okay.
That is currently the plan.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing that you can do at this point. I like it a lot.
We'll see if that comes to fruition here.
Needs to get level 6, that's for sure. Amar, nice little step back there. Able to get the Gorgon's Grasp. The match is going to connect, and well, Crit can't quite finish it off.
Yeah, missed out on the coin flip there pretty much, right? Is he going to dodge right, dodge left?
Who's low? Not going to get sniped.
These are just the warning shots.
Skitter?
Crit's dialing in.
Yo, what is happening? Everybody's here again. They pull him back in, trying to take down Skitter, decide to go for Snake King instead, and now they're not going for anybody. Elmisho, he gets brought down by the Troll. Big Snake goes out, connects onto Skeeter, but he's fine.
Crit's not done yet, though, with that wind run. He wants to keep on pressuring. Feels invincible.
Would love to get a kill here at the juke.
Nobody misses 3 shackles in a row. Come on, Crit.
They got him with the coil.
All right, that's cheating a little bit there, but that's fine.
I mean, he didn't hit him with the power shot, that's for sure. As Amar wants to run down this Centaur.
That's a big HP pool. Yeah, some heroes, you doom them and you can just walk away. Centaur, not so much.
Lumpy still queuing up that Blade Mail and going straight into the Orchid afterwards.
Yeah.
Looks like the call.
I think our panel was fine with that build as well.
Yeah.
super solid versus the puck. Puts a lot of pressure on the itemization that the puck is to go for, slows down the offensive possibilities, because you probably want to get that Yules.
Right. X-Mark's there to secure the invis. And I think still holding on to this bottom tower here. Feeling rather comfortable with it, as they're going to cut the wave up top. Oh, it's the Venomous Volley. I was wondering which of the Facet Shoe is going to go. So every 5 attacks, it's the Poison that reduces movement speed, attack speed, and cast speed.
Good old cast speed slow.
Yeah, I don't know if I've actually got a chance to see that one on the core Medusas. But to be fair, I just haven't seen that much Medusa recently.
Yeah, when we do, it's support Medusa.
Yeah.
Including some of those high-level pubs and Boxy's game. But this is, as you said, certainly core, currently top of the board right now. So
Oh, yeah.
feeling like old Pake's having a pretty good time.
And look at that, stacks being built too. So she's going to have a nice little piggy bank to go back to in the later stages. Of course, the big question mark is going to be, will Crit be free to just focus fire her down with the Diffusal Blade? Troll obviously will be able to do some pretty good damage, but he's going like more the Maelstrom route. It feels like this is really Wind Ranger's game to try and shut her down if possible.
Yeah, and that was something you brought up when we were talking about during the draft, is like, if they do that, if they go for this Focus Fire build with the Diffusal, like, that puts a huge target on Crit's back. And then how much can anyone else target the Medusa? If Troll has this Gleipnir, doesn't have the same itemization, if the Wind Ranger's dead, how much of a problem will Dusa become?
Lose. Onto Snake King, pop an ulti. Overgrowth is there. They make the move over from Malrine, and well, this is love to be a kill without the coil, but they end up dropping it. Okay. Not what I was fully anticipating.
Oh, and now, El Micho. He's not able to get Malrine. Stampede.
Chase, right onto him. Good damage. He went for the dive forward, and well, Malrine is going to get punished for that one as they chase down and kill the puck. On the other side, though, Dusa's starting to fall low, but the boat comes in. The damage mitigation. Decides to walk forward, finds the kill onto Snake King, and now Skeeter, he's in trouble. Lumpy's right on top of him, looks for the Tidebringer connection. X marks the spot after the torrent. He misses on that torrent. X comes back off cooldown. Now with Battalion nearby, they're going to be able to find the Stomp double edge and the kill.
Well, and they're going to get out with the Stone Gaze as well. Pig takes the exit route to the right. In your face, he says.
Jeez.
Backing away. I mean, what have we become? We have Arcane Boots, Maelstrom Troll, Warlord. He deserved to die, frankly.
Wait. Wait, excuse me? That's gross.
Yeah.
Not a fan. It was like the Drow Null Talisman the other
Carry
day.
players just have one build now.
Yeah.
Like an Arcane Boots and Gleipnir. They don't even look at their hero.
Oh, it's really gross. But you know what? That's what Dota's about. Just trying new stuff. Living your life out there in the world. Blade Milk Uncle walks high ground, says, yeah, you want to battle? Want to do something, Skinner? Eat another boat, why don't you? Moves with the chase, finds him right there in the stomp. Whoo! This is not the start that Falcons thought they were going to get. My God.
No, they're coming in here, taking these stacks right away from him. I love how Moose has this, like, 2 points as well in the dispos. Like, even though it's not that much of a difference, but just that little bit extra damage, right? Doubles the dispos early. He's been super active and aggressive. His Medusa doesn't get the sidekicks or anything early on the laning stage. They didn't try and, like, boost that up. It's just, I'm going to be moving this game. That's been the plan, and it's working out really well for them. 3K lead.
I think it's really cool seeing...
Crit, though, in behind. So they will not get a double Wisdom Rune this time.
Right.
Good sneak away there.
Heads up play, that's needed. If you get double wisdom at 14, it's pretty rough. So yeah, seeing that they have already come on in and stolen that one away, I'm just gonna have to let it go. Does get a power shot on his way out. But yeah, Manta done on Dusa now. Spamming out the waves. We'll see how they do over this next couple of minutes. But this 4K gold lead being built by beastcoast, and the fact that Skitter keeps dying, he's bottom of the cores right now.
Yeah. That is not a great look for the Troll Warlord here. And of course, at least it is the Maelstrom into the Gleipnir, so this isn't your Battle Fury Troll who's like in total disaster mode.
Right.
Well, I guess you could look at it two ways. Because now when this Gleipnir comes out, are they actually going to be ready to fight, or would it have been better to just be Battle Furying away forever?
That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, so far it's not looking good. I mean, if Medusa's getting into her next item, you're in some real trouble, and it will happen if you keep on finding these kills and find Skidder again. The Flame Break pushback, Lasso will be. Oh wait, he doesn't have mana.
No,
All right, but they got the X. It doesn't matter. They find and kill again. This troll going down. 2, 3, and 5. Not where he wants to be. And the reality is, like, you've got this Wind Ranger that needs a Diffusal Blade to be relevant in this fight. Still a little ways away from that being done.
Yeah, it's coming up soon. I mean, soon is, I guess, 1,000 gold recipe is a little painful these days, but that will be the next plan here. I mean, you have Doom Midasing away on the side lane, so Falcons, of course, pretty stompy this year over a lot of teams. There's actually not that many games where you're going to find them having to make the comebacks. Team Spirit, they love losing early. Team Spirit are classic. You think of them as like a bit of a Titan of Dota right now, but many times I have seen them in such a similar situation, and I trust them to make that big comeback. Falcons you don't often see here.
Right. They haven't had to be put into that position. And the question is, how do you respond to that type of adversity in the midst of, the road to TI? It's this tournament that you sort of look forward to the entire year. It's a little bit scary at this stage of the game.
And Amar has done the buy Midas, utilize it, sell, just to get your XP bonus, and now he is using that for the pipe.
Okay. There you go. Tier 1 tower going to go down in the mid lane.
They are going to be really dependent. I feel like we said this just yesterday in our other matchup, but they're going to be super dependent on this one fight. When the Gleipnir comes out, they want to have that pipe there. They need everyone to be grouped up. They're going to have to hit all their spells because they have these skill shot abilities like on the Wind Ranger, which have been troublesome earlier on in this game. But they need one super solid fight here.
And they find Amar. This is not the way you want your fight to start. It's going to take one creep before he goes. They're even saving the lasso, man.
Yeah, no point using it.
You do? Oh.
Yeah, he's probably dead.
Okay.
Wait, what level's that Doom? 10? Nah, he's fine.
Do some math.
Yeah, he's fine.
Well, that's not good. Trent, that's not good at all.
No, I mean, they're playing a super split game because they kind of have to. They feel like they can't fight them 5v5 right now because the troll's not ready. So they're just spread it all over the map, but they do have pickoff potential, right? You have this Blinking Centaur, you got Stampede, you got Marcy, who's been pretty aggressive this game, and then a Bat Rider, who now has Blink Dagger.
Right. When you look up top there was a nice little observer ward nestled between 2 sentries of Falcons that was not found, which scouted Skidder making the movement up to the other side. So that ward right there giving so much information about where Falcons are on the map.
Yeah, right from the beginning, when El Micho made that rotation through mid and planted the ward in between the tier 1 and the tier 2, they have kept these aggressive observer wards here throughout a lot of this. So not only spotting for these ganks, but they also, when they were trying to recover this game with the earlier rotations, they missed a bunch of them.
And look at this. Skidder, he just, that is the safest farming
I wonder where the
world.
dire carry will be.
And they scanned him out. Do they find him here on this side of it, though? They're going to take a look to the left. He'll show up in just a moment. And there he is.
Oh,
How you doing, sir? Lasso, although Crit now moves in, is he just going to end up being the death of both of them? As Skidder in trouble, Stomp connection gone. And you know what? I mean, they'll probably find that ward, but it's made its money's worth. The 3rd death up there for Skidder.
beastcoast they got their number right now. And again, just super aggressive wards right now.
Man, what a performance here. Like we said, you talk about, oh my God, they got him. Yeah, they're all over him. Falcons nowhere to go. Can't even put up a fight right here.
And once again, it's another sentry that just misses the ward. Like consistently over and over again, these wards are just sneaking around here and giving you these free little pickoffs.
Yeah. Beast Coast, having not won a game in the entire group stage, are now on the verge of taking down one of the favorites in the tournament in this game 1 of a best of 3. And now finds Amar. Needs to try and make his escape, slowed down from the poisonous volley.
And you got the Gorgon's grasp these days. Where are you gonna go?
There's nowhere left to go. He's blocked in. Amar the blocked, as he gets chased, exposed, and killed.
They did lose El Micho at the same time. Malrine picked up a kill.
Nice.
So they get something back on the side of Falcons. All it took was a amplified damage room versus a support, but you get there.
Well, and I guess this is the thing, is that, on the one hand, Falcons don't have to play a ton from behind because they often have like really good laning stages, but they do have a lot of tools here to try and delay the game and wait maybe for that next timing once all of their heroes are online.
Yeah, Malrine has reached the annoying stage where he has Euls and maxed out spells, so he's very tricky to catch. And you're going to have to utilize that a lot now to push out these waves. But that's where the wards are going to come into play again, right? You get these kind of like side lane wards that you look for when people are they think that they're out of vision because they're like waiting for that next wave, but you've got your eyes on them.
Right.
Probably the next set of vision we'll be looking for here. But it's also 20 minutes, which means 21 minutes coming up very soon here for the Wisdom Rune. So you make this play. Like, this is the ultimate way to stop a game, right? The 20-minute Tormentor Steel plus Wisdom Rune at 21. That's the dream.
Likewise, Falcons trying to get set up on the top side of the map to see if they can maybe secure Beast Coast's Wisdom and try and pressure down this top tier 1 tower. But yeah, of course, if they do decide to make the full move for the Tormentor on Beast Coast, it's hard to replicate that for Falcons over on the other angle.
Yeah, and they're sending Lumpy back.
Okay.
So he's going to get their Wisdom, maybe? Oh, yeah.
Waiting.
He's got a Torrent play here.
Oh, and
nice
he got some with the silence. Takes him back. This is going to be a hard kill.
Yeah, he doesn't care about the kill. Got the Wisdom.
Stampede. Oh, he doesn't go to his...
Is this really going to work?
I think it's going to work.
Nah, he's fine.
I mean, Coil dropped down, and Malrine... Oh, nice play. Although, Flame Break not pushed back yet. Still in trouble. There it is. They get the Orchid. Second salvo. Boat connects. And just like that, they use the lasso. Malrine?
Yeah, he doesn't have his blink yet.
Oh, nowhere to go. Oh, they're body blocking each other, though. Malrine, getting out of there. Barely. Yes, he does escape. I can't believe it. All right, well, they give him a little bit of a tip. Unfortunately,
wait for it. Wait for it.
Does he take down Moose? Moose is going to live.
Perhaps this is the turning point. Malrine's great escape.
I mean, Skinner just died again. That is a bit of an issue still. He has Gleipnir Arcanes now on the Troll, so, you know, just needs a couple more items.
just a couple more. I did not come into this game expecting to be looking for the many ways that Falcons could get back into a match.
Right.
Looking forward here.
The right click sort of followed. They were able to chase him for a moment, but it's just going to be a tier 2 tower taken. If you're Beast Coast now, how do you think about trying to sort of close this one out or solidify the advantage that's been built up?
Definitely a no panic and just protect your Dusa, right? Walk behind her. That's one of the best things about Dusa, that she simplifies the game in a lot of ways.
Right.
She's just a stupidly super tanky siege wagon.
That is pretty nice. Moose catching some waves.
The hardest part is balancing your attempts to kill Puck, because you're going to see this Puck constantly pushing out the side lanes. And so the idea is, how do we balance wanting to punish and kill this Puck? Oh, okay.
That was
getting a little spicy. While also protecting our Medusa.
Yeah.
Oh, the Gale Force. Okay. That could perhaps help pull the Medusa out of position.
And Crit does have the Diffusal Blade now. I'm going to actually go in for a Dragonlance.
He did have a double Bracer queued up after, but decided that might not be necessary. Went for the 2 circlets instead.
One of the problems is that this Butterfly is actually about to be done. It's completed. I mean, that's really scary.
So that was a good idea, I gotta say. Butterfly versus Troll Wind Ranger.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to be hard to kill. There's no two ways about it. This Aegis could be like the nail in the coffin if they decide to go for it even. I mean, how do you kill this hero if like everybody's around him? Even at high ground, I don't think it's easy because they don't have like displacement heroes on the side of Falcons. It's going to be a tough game. We'll see how it goes. Centaur has not decided to go all the way in for the Crimson Guard yet, which is a little surprising. Eyeing up a Euls at the moment.
I mean, I don't think they need the damage reduction.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, I'd rather just have the catch potential of the Euls.
Killing couriers. Snaking. They'll TP out. Realizing what's going on there. Misho groups with the rest of his squad. Gonna push out this mid lane in just a moment.
Yep. Captain Moose has the gem coming out here. This is like the closeout item. They just want to play behind this Aegis,
wait a minute.
secure the map.
Opportunity here. El Micho in a bit too far, and he gets punished. You saw it, by the way. It was like a 9K gold lead a little bit ago. Falcons getting some freedom on the map, and they're starting to close that gap a little bit.
Yeah, and you know they're going to be getting in behind, catching these waves. They will not make this easy for you.
No, it's not a free win from this point forward, even though they have a lot of the tools they need. Still, nothing comes easy. That range creep, don't know if it's going to get in range. They're going to try and take this wave with them. And it looks like they are eyeing high ground. Okay, even without the Bat Rider, they feel confident in this. Which, fair enough.
It's going to take them a while to get here. But it is a treant, so, I mean, you can already see the living armor going. You kind of have to commit.
Yeah. No, they if they're making this move, it needs to be a dead tower. Shackle. They're going to use a glyph now. Another wave coming in behind. They do not have the troll in here at all. He's out on the map farming at this point. As the illusions keep on beating it down, doing some mana burn.
Malreen's smoking in behind now with crit.
They find Snake King. Oh no, you need everything for this fight. And they are not going to get it. Malreen tries to take down El Micho. Good damage out there, but he's still living.
Nice pipe.
And look, I mean, Deuce is still just standing there.
Yeah. People are fighting. Big one mind, one plan here.
So the buildings start to fall, and Beast Coast come in with the perfect answer in this Medusa. Now the lasso connects onto Amar. Gonna get stunned. Gorgon Grass goes out. It's more than enough damage. He is out of there. And now with creeps in the base, why do you have to leave? There's no reason. 2.5 minutes left on Aegis.
Yeah, they got to clear this wave.
This is not going to happen quickly enough. The wave up top still stands.
I mean, that wagon's just beating away.
Yeah, they're hanging out. It's having a good time. It's the catapult onto the Wind Ranger effigy as a symbol of everything that's been done here today so far. A smoke up. Can they do anything? They still have focus fire defusal blade, but it's an Aegis that they have to contend with, and a butterfly. Lumpy, he's rapping to join with the rest of them. Snake King thinking about walking forward here. Moves Tally nearby. They find the Kunkka. Pops the pipe, turns, stomp, not going to connect. They have the latch of the shackle. Boat still at the ready. They have everything if they need to use it. The Doom is down onto the Marcy. Not a terrible play there, but they do get the Gorgon's Grasp connection. It's going to be Marcy all the way dead. Do they have any more? Stomp, Stampede, all the way forward onto Amar.
Buyback from Moose.
Trying to get out of there. Got to be careful. Oh, good torrent connection. The boat is going to land. And now Skidder jumps forward, finds him. That's Lumpy dead. An opportunity here with the lasso down. Skidder's still out in no man's land. He is going to get whittled to death. And with 2 heroes dead, 1 on each team, looks like finally Beast Coast might play a little bit safe here.
Yeah, 1 minute left here on the Aegis. They got some good picks there on the side of Falcons, of course, but it costs you a couple things. Death of the Troll, buyback on the Treant. You force the buyback out of the Marcy, but you're not getting these big kills. Like, you can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to attack the surrounding cast of the Medusa, and Pick recognizes that. That's why he's gone for the Scythe, because he knows he's already indestructible.
Right.
He has the Butterfly. Can't really kill him. He's got enough damage. Just wants to make sure that they don't just blow up his allies, so has this Scythe to essentially protect anyone around him who tries to get jumped by the puck.
Now, there is going to be another scary window here as the Aegis is coming closer. I mean, you can still die on this Medusa. It's possible without the Aegis. We'll see if Falcons decide to make the move as Troll is respawning. Kunkka still a little ways
Here comes
away.
Crit, level 12.
Shackle, gonna latch.
He wants to save it for post-Aegis.
10 seconds left on this Aegis, and with that, are they gonna chase? Oh, it's a little bit too scary. There's so many creeps in the base.
Yeah, they know their limits on Beast Coast. Well done.
Okay, they're smoking and gonna run back in. I mean, if they get a pickoff, it's awesome. Snake King, an opportunity to catch one. Stampede, jumps in, finds Amar. There's the Gleipnir, now the stomp onto 2. Trying to do the damage, it's not quite enough. Managed to find a shackle latch. Amar getting lower and lower. Is going to eventually die. Snaking gets the overgrowth. They push them under the tier 4 towers, but it doesn't look like it matters, although maybe with a buyback there's an opportunity, and she's going down, no Aegis! Medusa dead! That is what they needed. That's what they're waiting for. Moose is going to die too. They went in too far. Vitaly trying to get his buddy out of there, and it's just going to be enough damage to take down that Kunkka. 3 dead for 1. Falcons managed to hold off this high ground.
Oh, you could see the hesitation. Elmisha wasn't going to go.
Yeah.
He was not going to jump. He was like, okay, we can maybe get a cheeky pick top because, someone's going to come and clear that wave. They're going to think we're gone. And Elmisha goes to the high ground and backs. But then Vitaly pops the Stampede, and he's like, well, we popped Stampede.
Right.
I guess I have to go in. And then he goes for the lasso, immediately gets Gleipnired. First time him's useful in the entire game. And that's what forces this fight.
Man, what a close one. And again, you can see if the Medusa runs out of mana, if you don't have that Aegis, there's an opportunity here. This Focus Fire just ripped her to shreds too.
To be fair, the mana was already gone.
Oh, yeah.
Point is, Crit just kind of got forced off to the side.
Man. Well, a big win there, cutting this lead down, but the question is, has there been too much damage already done by Beast Coast? You're down with no more tier 3 towers, there's only one set of racks left. I mean, certainly, if Beast Coast managed to get another Aegis, it's going to be Megas.
Yeah.
There's almost no way that doesn't happen. So the question is, can they contest that?
Now, there is a chance that this, if it's a max Roche, it might not be bottom.
Okay.
But you can pretty much bet that it will be bottom. It's extremely likely it's going to be on the bottom Roche. So you could definitely just set this up with the vision.
Right.
Come a minute from now, start prepping your vision because, yeah, I would say Aegis is the win condition here for Beast Coast.
Level 20 on Medusa, and very far ahead of everybody else, but is a hero that has these limitations. The mana, once it runs out, you die pretty freaking quickly. Vitaly does almost have the Crimson Guard completed, but the lead has been cut down to just 6,000 gold. You can see that swing that happens. Still a very strong lead built by Beast Coast. Can they close this game out? Oh my god, was that a Monkey King bar? What the heck? Crit is
He
huge.
needs it, yeah.
Okay. I mean, that changes a lot. Yeah, now, I don't know, can she alone solo Dusa if there's nobody else nearby?
If he can get to her, he can't
I guess
solo
there's
her,
hacks,
but he
yeah.
can do a lot in terms.
Lead built by Beast Coast. Can they close this game out? Oh my god, was that a Monkey King bar? What the heck? Crit is
He
huge.
needs it, yeah.
Okay. I mean, that changes a lot. Yeah, now, I don't know, can she alone solo Dusa if there's nobody else nearby?
If he can get to her, he can't
I guess
solo
there's
her,
hacks,
but he
yeah.
can do a lot in terms of, if he hits the shackle, he can definitely do a lot to her mana pool.
Yeah. Well, veteran Crit gonna need to make it done here on the big stage. See if he can find it in combination with the rest of the squad. But it's smoke up now.
Oh, it's a pretty quick Roche as well here. If they get a pick and go back to check, they might find it, but it's a smoke from Falcons here to the east. Pake's gonna walk right into him. Now he knows.
Jump, chase! Force Staff, getting him away. Focus Fire, everything available, but they can't quite get him. Medusa very, very low, already doomed. Crit wants to target. Can they bring him down quite in time? All the mana gone in the world, but they get the extra control. Skinner chased down, and Medusa is dead again! The rest of the team, they don't have anything to do damage in the rest of this fight. Falcons, they might have found the perfect opportunity here as they take down the Medusa away from her squad.
You're
and
never
that's
out,
3
man.
dead!
You're never out when Doom's in the game.
What?
The 4 protect 1 versus the Doom. They're so dependent on this Medusa having a good fight, and he even had the sense to Manta and send them up, but that almost made it worse.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, well, that's the real Medusa. Instantly, we know there's one Dispel down.
God.
She's not going to have that. The Roche was fast, now it goes to Falcons. The win condition's out the window. And, it was just free. He holds the Scythe till Crit shows up, manages to get him within in a second here, but then it doesn't really end up mattering.
I know, it's just way too much. The rest of the team was not there in time to help him out, and
They just swarm her.
the overgrowth that came out there at the end too, I mean, you gotta find a way to keep her alive. This game has been looking so good, but I mean, it kind of doesn't matter all these racks down and dead now if you can't win a fight. And in fact, I mean, Falcons, they now have the gold lead. I'm not seeing what's stopping them. How do you
a fight that's
here?
not that disastrous? There's still problems, right? Like, there's still some problems. Troll doesn't have MKB.
True.
You know, if this Medusa isn't doomed immediately and swarmed by the entire enemy team, the fight will probably go better for Beast Coast. But yes, now there's an Aegis on this Troll, so some other problems have now arisen.
Yeah,
and find some good solutions here if you're Beast Coast.
Skinner still does like no damage, it feels like. Look at this. It's really close to the end there. But nonetheless, time will tell. We're going to see an Aghanim Scepter coming out for Lumpy.
Oh, did he actually finish it?
He has 3 components of it.
Ah, I see. Hey, he's been thinking about that a lot.
Trying to race moves to the wisdom. Okay. And just like that, it was a big couple of changes that have happened over the last couple of minutes. We can listen in now to what was going on in those pivotal moments.
Look at this here.
He's almost low mana. He's really low mana.
I ult him, guys. Get him.
They're going me. Dusha's almost dead. They're getting out, guys. They're getting out. Mark should TP out.
I'm helping
Or
this Mars.
Kanka TP out. Help Skeeter. Or stay after, guys. He's fine. I'll get him. Nice.
One person
Mars
defend
is
base, rest of us
Yes,
need to
that's
do
go
rush.
base. That's go base. Run base.
You can see right there, just all of the emphasis coming in was all about that Deuce in those fights. And then afterwards, it's like, all right, help Skinner.
Yeah, Eric crit. He's like, help, help.
One of those moments, though, that changes everything. All it takes, those couple of pickoffs. Daedalus now done.
Yeah, Daedalus is finished. The eggs is finished and complete, delivered to the Kunkka. So they have some opportunities for the big Wombo combo. And, you know, recognizing how important the split push was, Malrine did pick up that Aeon Disc a while back. So being able to just catch all these waves, split it out, that means that they're pretty unlikely to catch him and get the punish. And Falcons can pretty much force the fact that it's going to be an Aegis fight, you know? Like, I don't think you're going to be able to pick off this puck and feel like you have a good numbers advantage. It feels like it's, if you want to go for a battle right now as Beast Coast, it's probably going to be 5v5.
Right. No, absolutely. And realistically, they're calling like they want to go down that lane.
I mean, I think you can. I do think they're strong enough. Like, if they can actually just force that lane, right? Because, like, look where the creeps are top, right? They actually have sort of an opportunity here. And it's really hard to get the creeps in this position. They can try and push the creeps up and see if they can force somebody to come out that's not Puck to maybe get a pick with the bat. I think it's probably your best bet.
I mean, I guess that is the other dynamic here, too, right? Is that, I mean, it doesn't, I'm not sure if they're actually going to go for it now. It looks like they're just pushing out the lane. But I do kind of wonder, like, you want to take the safest route possible of, like, waiting out this Aegis and then making the go. But I do also wonder, like, if you wait long enough where Troll finishes this MKB, if you wait long enough where Amar gets one more item, are you fighting from a position that's, like, impossible to win a fight at that stage?
I actually think they're trying to force it before that. I think they want to fight, like, now.
Yeah.
I don't think that waiting's going to do you much good. I'd rather fight Aegis Troll than MKB Troll.
Yeah.
Because maybe there's a chance you're Medusa. Maybe you could argue that if the Troll's on the Medusa anyway, it's going to be a bad time. I don't know, because, you know, she still has the miss opportunities, right? And she only has the Manta.
Right.
So maybe she just can't swing the whole fight anyway if Troll gets on top of her.
I mean, they're in position right now. Wonder how much that they can get done as the creeps are already towards the tier 4s. Two illusions go out. All Falcons retreat back. It seems that they are just going to wait it out. We'll see if it comes back to bite them. I mean, already there's a couple of, you know, moments in this game that as Beast Coast you're going to be regretting and looking back on, regardless of what the outcome is. That high ground dive that came out with the Stampede is definitely one that they're going to be thinking about. Just need to make sure they don't make any more.
Malrine's slippery escape.
Oh, yeah.
A few key moments in this one.
I mean, that's the thing. You're playing against one of the best teams in the world. Any mistake that comes out, they're going to punish. Tier 4 neutrals, though. Ogre Seal Totem, taken by Moose, who, in his own right, you know, Marcy can do some good damage, even though it's the lowest net worth hero in the game.
Yeah. No BKB, though, so
Right.
that does make it a little bit tough.
See that steady decline in terms of that green line.
Still a big Deuce believer, though, Dota Plus.
Yeah.
78%. Malreen's almost 25, though. Might be by the time this fight actually happens.
Smoke. They have a creep wave mid. Are they just going to walk high ground? I mean, Medusa Illusions are going to push it first. Maybe wait and see if anybody TPs back to defend against this. Or they just go for it. The TPs are going to take too long. I think they're going to go for it.
Yeah, they're just going to try and get the Megas. All right, I like this.
This is a bold play.
Anyone else? Team, help.
Going, going, going. Just step forward with the Medusa. That's one down.
I mean, they have the glyph, but they don't even force it, unfortunately.
Okay, so it's just the range racks they got.
But hey, no one died.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
I'm definitely counting that as a win, I think.
Oh, yeah.
If you're Beast Coast. You get up there, sure, you give a lot of farm away to the other side, Puck gets 25, Coil pierces immunity. Guess what? Medusa doesn't have a BKB.
Dude,
Real carries don't buy it.
Do you know what I'm more worried about than even the Troll MKB? It's this crit BKB that's almost done. That's real scary.
Yeah, that's pretty much going to force the lasso, it feels like.
Yeah.
He's only level 16, so he doesn't have the full attack speed.
Okay.
Of the 500 with the diffusal, you know?
But he's farming. He's staying out there. On the map. Skeeter down to a 6-second BKB. Crit gets his delivered. And will be 9. Now, do they decide to go again? Pipe, Crimson, Medusa with Butterfly, a lot ready. And they're going to send out the illusions first. Lasso finds one. Not a bad one to get. Snaking in trouble. Snaking dead. Does have buyback. Buyback status, it's on everybody except for Crit and Moose.
Can't quite get him there. A little status resistance.
Again, chasing. Amar looking for a wraparound now. Gotta be wary of this.
Yeah, they have that buyback on Snaking, so.
He's smoked up. Moose, Glimmer Cape breaks the smoke. They see him. Now gotta be careful. Run away. Jump forward, wants to find him. Do they have it? The coil, it's already used, and now the focus fire, it's gonna come out soon. Already down to about only a quarter of mana, but the damage being done is so insane. Where's the creeps? But they get stunned! The bash was there right at the moment. Crit coming in, trying to take him down. Malreen pulls everybody in closer, but Medusa, that's the buyback. Now Yule Scepter lift up onto Crit, trying to chase him down. The stomp doesn't quite connect in time, but now they have enough for the finish. That's 2 dead, no buyback, and with Medusa coming back in, they look to end this right now. The Hex is there, in your face, Beast Coast. It was getting a little bit dicey, but eyes on the prize. They're going straight for the tier 4s. Buyback from the Puck. Are they going to be dissuaded from going any further? Tier 4 is ready. That's the glyph now. Now they back away to go get Megas, or they're just going to try and end it, I think.
Amar selling items. He's trying to get the refresher. He sells enough
He
for
gets
it.
the refresher.
Hurry, Courier.
The facet, the facet. Get back to base. They needed a time. Silence is there. Roche getting lower and lower. Yule Scepter lift up. He's still fine for the moment, trying to move in and find anybody, but the Hex was there. He doesn't get it off in time to Doom. It's not quite coming out. The boat is used. The base is exposed. Everybody focuses it down, and GG is called. Beast Coast win an